Hi, astroferret with the astro weather for Saturday, the 20th of June. Well, there aren't any major aspects today, so astroferret is offering some information on Chiron, who made a decade-defining shift into Taurus yesterday. Chiron is a bit like an asteroid and a bit like a comet. Such hybrid planetary bodies have been called centaurs, after the half-man, half-horse mythological creatures. Chiron was the first centaur discovered in 1977. It has an erratic orbit between the planets Saturn and Uranus. Chiron in mythology was a character from the Greek myths. He was the son of a Titan and a sea nymph, but his parents abandoned him and he was raised by the god Apollo and highly educated in diverse fields, including medicine. Many centaurs were savage and wild, but Chiron was famously knowledgeable, civilized, and morally just. He became the teacher of heroes, including Achilles. Chiron was wounded in battle by his friend Hercules, and the wound never healed. Because he was an immortal, he couldn't die, but the pain was intolerable. So, in the end, he gave up his immortality, but he gave it in exchange for the freeing of Prometheus. Key aspects of the symbolism of Chiron include the fact that he had a wound that was incurable despite being highly versed in medicine. He was a respected and sought-after teacher, and he was both divine and mortal. He also gave up his immortality for the benefit of another, so he's altruistic. Because Chiron orbits between Saturn, which shows the limits of human experience, and Uranus, the first of the outer planets, Chiron can be seen as linking the human and the beyond human aspects of life, in a way mirroring his dual immortal and human nature. The discovery of Chiron coincided with the first human in vitro fertilization, resulting in the birth of the first test tube baby in July 78. Human life went beyond the human in a way then, and now IVF is a common practice. The discovery of a planetary body tends to coincide with an event that relates to the astrological symbolism that will evolve for it. Chiron in the birth chart indicates a core vulnerability or wound. It is important that we address issues around that wound. While the wound or trauma might not ever be truly cured, we can work to understand the issue and accept the consequences. And afterwards, we're able to guide others facing similar challenges. This has led modern astrologers, especially the psychological astrologers, to characterize Chiron as embodying the archetype of the wounded healer. Chiron was in Aries from 2018 until it entered Taurus this week. It will retrograde back into Aries for a period before leaving it for good in 2027. Chiron entered Taurus yesterday, and apart from a short retrograde foray into Aries from September to January, will remain in Taurus until 2034. During the Chiron in Aries period, collectively we addressed wounds to the ego and sense of self. We might have felt challenged in our capacity to act independently, courageously, or in our capacity to dare to be pioneers. Each individual will have experienced this transit differently according to the houses and aspects of their natal chart that were impacted. While Chiron is in Taurus, we'll be challenged around vulnerability regarding our worth. This includes our self-worth and self-esteem, and also around what we are worth financially and materially. Taurus is deeply connected to the body and the senses, and we can expect to become aware of the fragility and the value of the body too, to better honor the gift of bodily health and the wisdom that we gain by paying attention to our senses. What we will learn from Taurus Chiron will evolve and refine and become more specific for individuals over the next 8 years. I wish you all well with your Chiron in Taurus journeys. I hope you have a brilliant day, everybody. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.